He knew all he had to look at me was crooked, because I saw him, I saw him whip Jack several times.
Yeah.
But I think the first time was he whipped PA, probably when PA would get up and close the door. Didn't he give him whipping one time because he told him to close the door and PA wouldn't do it?
Stubborn?
Oh, he was stubborn as news. And I think I saw him, I know I saw him give him a spanking. I thought, no, I don't want none of that. And so he'd just have to look at me crooked, and boy, I'd straighten up real quick.
Mama got Ellan.
Yeah, I said like the PA's funeral, I said, why didn't I get up and tell about that? But I couldn't get up and tell that in front of all them people about me pretending I was going to throw a rock at PA, because I was going up this way. I wasn't no more thinking about throwing that rock or nothing, but he threw one at me. And I went after and rode back like that. Mama come out on that screen porch and saw me. We both got a whipping.
So it wasn't just Daddy that gave a whipping with the, it was you and Frank
She's
was in the
given me
big
several
stick.
because I didn't get sober when I was supposed to.
She did what?
Because I wasn't told in Stonewood when I was supposed to.
What?
Goodness, she was probably told to do it, and she was missing. I wanted, me and James wanted to play. One time to get started.
Like I got my eyelids put out because them just stopped playing when they're supposed to be letting up eggs. So they lied to her.
She didn't believe you after you told her, after you got grown, did she?
We told her after we got grown, but she never did know what happened at the time.
She didn't believe you either when you told her, did she?
If
We put it in Daddy's, what is it called, anvil? No, what is it? Grip,
Vice.
Vice.
Right.
We put one in the vice and was gonna see how far we could stretch it out. And it slipped out of the vice and come back and hit this eye right here.
There was a spring out of
A door spring, I think.
yeah, screen door spring, I think.
And we had it stretched pretty good.
Tammy, it's quit now. I don't see any in that puddle that young.
But I remember that castor oil, somebody had to go to Miss Plumer's and get a bottle of castor oil to pour in my eye, and man, that burnt like fire. I'm still
Castor
feeling it.
oil.
They use that for everything, I believe, don't you?
No, you soaked your foot in you
Epsom salt.
kerosene.
Oh,
If you stepped on a nail or something, you soaked your foot or your whatever part of your body, I guess if you did it in your butt, you'd sit down in kerosene.
When
You supposed to say that one?
Now, when I stepped on a nail at an Evelyn one time, Uncle Earl taped a penny on my foot.
Where'd you get it?
He taped a penny on there, and I had to wear it for several days, and it dropped that stuff out, I guess.
Well, that's what kerosene was supposed to do, I thought.
Yeah, that's what kerosene was supposed
Would
to
have
do.
been nice, smelly, if it had used a penny instead
But I had to
of.
soak his foot in it when he stepped on the pitchfork. It went all the way through his foot.
From the top to the bottom.
Who was that?
James,
That's in your book I wrote.
that's when we lived
It
in Woods
is.
Bend.
In the book you wrote.
Yeah,
Well, why
I
don't
put
you
it-
write another book?
I put a pitchfork.
That's what
His
Starla tells
swear.
me all the time. I want you to write all that down. I'll write a book. I thought, "Shoot, fuck." But she loves history.
I don't know what kind of history that was.
We had some colored folks that lived up in that house. And she'd come down there and we'd play hide and go seek. She'd say, Tom Joe, Tom Joe, Tom Joe.
What she called you.
She, instead of saying 1, 2, 3, you know, she'd say, Tom Joe, Tom Joe, Tom Joe, 3 times. And she had a little baby, and she'd put peanut butter on his fingers
That was Joe, wasn't it?
Joe Roosevelt.
Joe
Joe Roosevelt.
Or gave him a big onion.
Oh, onion.
Yeah.
He'd just gnaw on that onion.
And he was just,
Give a kiss one
That
time.
the
smells
walking?
good.
Boy.
Well, now what was peanut butter? What would he do with it?
He'd just get it all over his fingers, but he
Pacified him, I guess.
I guess that was a
She'd come down there and
pacifier.
help Mama wash and do her washing down
But she wasn't eat at the table with us, she eat in the kitchen.
there. Now, met John Hawkins and Miss Roxy was her name, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They told me one time that they was niggers, Negroes, and colored folks, and they were colored folks. But there's three states,
Categories.
three categories of the black. Nigger and Negro, that was the lowest ones. And then colored folks.
yeah, this is something I never did understand. Daddy, always taught us to say yes, sir, no, sir, and yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Well, Miss Roxy asked me a question, and I said, yes, ma'am. And when she walked off, Mama said, you don't say yes, ma'am to colored folks. And I thought that was,
He told me that one time. Daddy did.
well, this was Mama.
That was it.
And I never have figured that out yet. She was older than me, and that's what they always told me to say.
Well, that's the way they were with that.
Yeah, that's the way it was
That's the way
back
it was
then.
with blacks, with
Daddy said, you
Now
don't
they
have to
call
say
it black.
blacks.
yes, ma'am, no, ma'am to them.
African Americans.
But
African Americans.
yeah,
Uh-oh, one of the other team's fellers is
there
her.
was
Oh, it's his
nurse.
leg, her hip.
she's black. Oh, I just loved her. She
Who
was
was that?
just one of my favorite people at the hospital.
Oh,
And she's black. And one day, me and her and another white nurse were sitting at the table. We was on break. And there was something that we had to figure out some way to do something. And I'm just rattling. No more crossed my mind what I said in front of her. I said, well, we finally got it nigger rigged. And it worked. And so
Everybody else realized
we
what
went
you
back
said.
upstairs, and Evelyn Harrison says to me, do you know what you said? And I said, what? When we were down there on the break, and I said, no, what are you talking about? What did I say? And she said, Annie Ruth was sitting there and said, you says, well, we nigger rigged it. And I said, I did not. And she said, yes, you did. And I thought, yes, I did too. I said, well, why didn't you kick me under the table? She says, because you'd have said, well, what'd you kick me for? And I thought, yes, that's probably what I would have said. Well, I went looking for Annie Ruth. I said, Annie Ruth, I am so sorry. I said, I would never say anything that might hurt you or offend you. I said that you are one of the best people that I know. She says, she just died laughing. She said, oh, Eva, that's all right. You just forget it. I said, I'm sorry. She said, you're forgiven, but don't worry about it. Because she never did that. She said, it didn't even cross my mind what you said.
Mostly Afro-Engineers.
we had some black girls that worked with us out at Bostrom. Now, I was grown then. And I said something about nigger rigging something or something like that to her. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. She said, don't worry about it. We say that too.
I mean, I just don't want to know what I said. It's awful. So from then on, I tried to be careful.
Well, we had heard the grown people say it when we was kids, didn't we? Somebody got a ticket, then Evelyn.
Yeah.
I guess Evelyn was always good.
Yeah.
She ain't telling off on
She
herself.
had,
No, she was trying to be her mama. We'd go ask mama something and she'd say, no, you can't go. And then Ellen would get so mad at her.
About like that time. It was you. You were a baby.
I'm so sorry.
And
Thorn in your flesh.
I know it. You just always was a problem to me.
Rooted her out of the baby place.
Yeah.
Mama was out hanging out clothes, and I was in there with. Edna was changing your diaper, but the pen wouldn't work. She couldn't get it, and she threw that pen across the room. And then she told me to go get it. And I had to go get it and bring it back to her, and so I did. And then I went out there where Mama was, and I said, I sure am glad you're my mama and not Edna. And Mama said, why? I said, she just was changing Marilyn's diaper and threw the pen across the floor and then made me go get it. I don't remember what Mama said. I don't know if she said anything. She probably just kind of grinned. But I thought,
She threw the spoon away too one day, didn't she?
we won't have that spoon at the table anymore.
Stand that spoon.
She threw it out the back door, didn't she?
I gave it to her on purpose.
I know you did.
That was me.
Mischievous.
Yeah, we wouldn't mean we was just mischievous. Well, me and Franklin got a whipping the only time Daddy ever whipped me. We had a swing around there in Cedar Tree. He let me swing first, and he said, now's my time, and I'm going to get out. And he picked up a big old black stick, hit me with it, and Daddy come out on the screen board and said, what's the matter out there? When you had Teddy, and he said, bring that stick and come here. I thought that was the biggest old black stick I'd ever saw.
Did he use it on
Yeah, he used to some, on both of us, and that's cause him getting at that time, cause I wouldn't get out.
you? Did he ever spank you?
Mm-mm.
Me neither. We must have been good.
Wait a minute, brother. No, like I said, I
Stick
guess
it
he knew
tall.
if he looked at me crooked, I'd straighten up.
Well, I'm going home.
You are.
I'm sleepy.
You sound like Brian. Kinda that
I
makes me.
wonder if,
Well, we need to give the gifts out before
Yeah.
anybody goes home.
let's see, Melissa said her.
Well, it
You wanted
was
me to be so big. What would be?
I didn't even see no coconut cake. What happened to it, Evelyn?
You gonna get you a home, aren't you?
It was eight, wasn't it, Evelyn? Since your coconut cake was eight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get none of it.
They had time getting that cake.
Yeah, he
I
might.
couldn't
Is that what y'all had such a time getting ice?
here.
Melissa told me y'all would beat a wall, and then she'd beat a wall, and then you'd beat a wall, and she'd beat a wall.
What?
Was that your cake icing?
I guess it was.
I ain't a big black-eyed pea eater. I like regular old peas.
Well, then you be careful with that sweet potato, 'cause it won't ruin. I can eat it all next week.
Well, I got a little bit of it.
Well, I gotta get up and see how much
That's
you
the
did.
best sweet potato casserole I've ever eaten. Aren't you surprised that I'm
Yes,
saying
I
that?
am.
It was good.
About
You
something
know who
good.
fixed it, don't you?
Huh?
You know who fixed it, don't you?
You did.
And you still said that?
And I still say that. See, I pass on good things when they're good.
That's the first time I ever got a compliment
Yeah, I'll
from you.
have to.
I don't believe I ever have.
Oh my goodness, Evelyn, did you see that look?
Never have what? I heard a compliment from.
Got a compliment from
Surely
her.
I have, sometime or the other. Can I have a brown one? What that was that you say, brown?
Dirty Brown.
Harlan Finch said Mom put an egg in it when he got his gown.
Yeah.
Now, she's
Yeah, that
got,
was,
Tammy.
the flour that
Joe's
Daddy
got
had
some,
ground and didn't have it
stories written
bleed.
down that,
and he thought Mama put eggs in it.
your
They
Uncle
sure
Art
did.
was told her
They sure
when
was
we
good.
went down there to see him before he died, you know, all of us went.
He sat and told some stories there at the table. You'll
Yeah,
have to get that from her.
yeah, I need a copy of that too.
What was it he was telling about
From
the,
who?
Some
something
stories
about they
that
were
I was
doing
told
something with the
before he died.
mules and the plow, they were
Oh,
trying to
which
get
one
them
we all went in
untangled,
there?
and they got in the plow or
He
something.
Then you use a claw hammer.
Yeah, put it under its tail. I've heard him tell
Yeah,
that.
and then one time and Mama was saying something, he said, well, Mama, there's more, the plow's worth more than the mules or something like that, did he say? There was some tale that he was telling, that him and Marcus.
I hadn't read them in a while, so I don't remember.
Because he was talking about how dumb one of the mules was or something, I think. But she's got it wrote down, or she was writing down. Now, I don't know what she wrote.
Use that claw hammer, how the color view wouldn't go. Took off.
Did he say he stuck it up their butt, or what?
Under its tail.
Put it
Under their tail. Yeah, put it under their tail. And how fast would it run? I forgot, he described it or
Well, now
something.
you can't believe everything Art could say.
No, we
He
don't
could
know.
stretch it pretty much, couldn't he?
We know
Every time he
that.
told it, he'd stretch it a little bit more.
Just give you
I
a
remember him
pound
sitting
of
there at
each
his
water.
table.
Yeah.
He'd just be alive.
I'll let
It's
you
a
tell you about
lesson.
that. Now I got one more left, I can get me something.
But sometimes he'd get us an RC at the gym when he'd take a load of cotton. Sometimes he wouldn't, but sometimes he would.
Yeah.
Daddy come in front and Miss Ed Bentley puts mud on her, or grease on her
I
face.
didn't like Miss
Makes-
Ed
I didn't like him.
He got mud on underneath